Welcome to God the Creator's podcast. I am your manifestation coach, Keyonna Divine. So happy to be here with you today. We are talking about the only subject that I really like to talk about, and the only one that you like to hear about, and that is how to design your dream life. The ultimate freedom formula. Today, in the Ultimate Freedom Formula, we are talking specifically about showing up, keeping your word, and doing what you say you are going to do. All of this has to do with planning, planning, planning. If you want the ultimate dream life, if you want ultimate freedom, and you want to design your dream life, it all deals with planning, okay? And following your plans. Holding yourself accountable is super important, especially when you're creating freedom for yourself. Honestly, you should have no excuses to show up, be early, be present, and even fashionable. This is done by sticking to your plans. You're going to have to hold yourself accountable, fight yourself, and prioritize your daily planner. Over the weekend, I recognized that some of the most profound people in the world, the millionaires and the billionaires of the world, they have a trait that's in common. They are very integrous. And what that means is that they have built their relationship with the community on their integrity. The community hopes that they would, or the community looks forward to them making the right decision, whether someone is looking or not. That is what integrity is. And a very large part of integrity is showing up even when you don't feel like you have to, even when you don't feel like you want to, showing up. Being in a position for other people to hold you accountable, for you to be who you say that you are, for you to do what you say you're going to do, is a priceless thing. It allows others to develop a relationship with you and somehow depend on you. They hold you accountable to be your true, authentic self and be who you say you're going to be, so that in return, they can be who they say they're going to be. So they can look to the right or to the left, knowing that they have someone as an example who is steadfast, unshakable, and unmovable, and they are doing what they say that they're going to do. So there's no way that I can't do what I say that I'm going to do, because I resonate with that person. That person is like me. We have the same obstacles. We come from the same place. We are the same skin color. We have the same family members, or we were born in the same place. Whatever it is, whatever way you have found to, whatever way, or for whatever reason, individuals have found it easy to resonate with you, to align with you, and connect with you. They are looking for you to be accountable for yourself, for the things that you say, for your actions, for your goals, for your thoughts, all of that. Outside of individuals being able to count on you, no, not outside of individuals being able to count on you. How do you become accountable? How do you become accountable for others? Consistency. Consistency. Finding something that you can do consistently and never stopping, so that you can have a pattern of predictability. There needs to be a pattern of predictability in your life in order for someone to be able to call that out and be able to depend on you. One of the six one of the six basic human needs is, there are a few things that you'll hear me continue to talk about in all of my podcasts, and one of those things happen to be the six basic human needs. One of the six basic human needs is certainty. And this means I have to know for sure, for sure, for sure. I have to know that I can depend on something. I have to know something so that I can believe in it. A belief is a practiced thought. I believe in you because I've practiced the thought of believing in you, because I've seen you do the same thing over and over and over again. Certainty. I need to know for sure, for sure, for sure that I can depend on you in this one particular thing. I need to know that you're going to show up no matter what, for sure, for sure, for sure, in order for me to be able to have you as my accountability partner. in order for me to be able to look up to you. These things are very important. It's one of the 6 basic human needs. Outside of that, why? Let's go into some of the other 6 basic human needs. Significance. Everybody wants to feel important. Because you show up and do what you say you're going to do, I can show up and do whatever I said that I'm going to do, and I feel important. And guess what? Because I feel important, because I'm showing up doing what I know that I need to do, it allows you to feel important, because we are all mirrors reflecting upon each other. Community. When we hold ourselves accountable for other people to hold themselves accountable, we create a community of accountability. Community is one of the 6 basic human needs. Growth. When we do what we say we're going to do, we grow. Not only do we grow for others to be able to respect us, but we grow to have dignity within ourselves, to respect ourselves a little more. Contribution. One of the other six basic human needs. We all feel like we want to contribute what it is that we have. Now let's go back to this growth aspect. This growth aspect gets a little deeper, because outside of, you being accountable for other people, one of the questions that I asked myself this morning as I was going over my notes and paperwork and I went live on IG, one of the things that I asked myself this morning is, who do we disappoint the most? Today, we're talking about how to design your dream life, the ultimate freedom formula. And we're focusing on showing up, keeping your word, and doing what you say you're going to do. So if we're really talking about this, let's ask ourselves, who do we not show up for the most? Ourselves. We don't show up for ourselves the most. We think that it is okay to show up for the rest of the world. Our family members, our loved ones, our friends, our employees, our business partners, all of these things. We feel like we have to prioritize them. We can't let them down. But on the flip side, is it okay for us to let ourselves down? Is it okay for us to not do what we say we're going to do for ourselves? Why do we keep hating ourselves and beating ourselves up? And I know we're all on this self-help journey, so I know a lot of us have decluttered ourselves from all the negative thoughts all the negative beliefs as much as we possibly can. But the reality of it is, our 10 dimensions of wellness is our life categorized. One of the 10 dimensions of wellness is our physical health. We vow to ourselves that we want to be as healthy as we possibly can. We want to look good as we possibly can. We want to be strong so we can live a long, stable life. But most of us are struggling in this area because of the daily choices that we make. Man is maker of his own reality through his daily choices. And we hate ourselves indirectly, and we're not accountable for ourselves indirectly, because look at the food that we put into our system. Look at how much we don't move around and stretch our bodies. Think about the last time you said, I love you to yourself. So who don't we show up for the most? It will happen to be ourselves. We show up for ourselves the least. And we expect for ourselves, our bodies, our energy to push us through to show up for everybody else. That's just one of the ways we don't show up for ourselves. Let's continue to talk about this whole accountability thing. I came across the 5 P's, all right? So I put this formula together of the 5 P's from the inspiration of great leaders and coaches and teachers around me. These 5 P's that I have formulated go like this. Promise to pay people for proven process. Promise to pay people for proven processes. Promise to pay people for proven processes. Say it with me. Promise to pay people for proven processes. This is the answer. This is the answer for this whole entire section of how to design your dream life. The ultimate freedom formula. Step 2, accountability. Showing up for yourself. Keeping your word. Doing what you say you're going to do. The formula for this is, you ready? Promise to pay people for their proven processes. Promise to pay people for their proven processes. This is how it is. Let's go ahead and break it down. Okay. Let me give you the ideology behind this, the 5 Ps. All right. The ideology behind the 5 Ps is I love meditating. I love the idea of meditating. I love the benefits of meditating. I know that I am able to be clear and more free, less stress, anxiety is down to like non-existent. It's my job to meditate. I've studied meditations. I know all the millions of benefits on meditating. However, I find it hard to do so. I find it hard to take time out of my busy schedule to sit Indian style in the middle of the floor, quiet in a dark space or facing a corner or whatever. I find it most difficult to do these things. Why? Not because I don't think that it would generate me a great life. I know that it would perfect my life, and I know that it would give me a promising future, and I'll be able to tap into my future, and I'll be able to create the life of my dreams. But somehow, this thing that I can do for absolutely free, and I don't need anything or anyone, and it's probably the answer to a lot of my problems, I don't do and I don't seem to do. This was my problem for such a long time. My problem for such a long time was not showing up for myself and doing the things that I know that would benefit me in my future. So I came across this beautiful soul. So yeah, like I was saying, this was a problem that I faced for such a long time, studied it for years, made it a part of my profession, introduced it to my family, the whole nine. But it was a problem for me. It was a challenge for many years. Being consistent with it, doing something here or there, scattered, not having a ritual behind it, that's very easy. That's not showing up for yourself. That's a start. But once you do that for some time, you don't give yourself any credit for that. You don't validate that anymore because it's not consistent. It's not habitual. Habitual is a habit that you have created a ritual for, and you do it the same way, the same time, consistently. Consistency, okay? So I came across this beautiful soul, and she was like me. I resonated with her more than I had resonated with anyone else pertaining to this meditation thing. I could see a lot of myself in her. Her story was my story. We were on the same journey. We were on the same mission. And she looked at me and told me that I was failing myself. I wasn't applying myself. And these are the things that I could do in order to benefit my life moving forward. She became my accountability partner. I loved the talk that she talked. And if she was willing to hold my hand and do this, then I was willing to take her up on the offer and do it so that it could benefit not only the both of us, but me. Me. I needed this. Me Inc. Me Incorporated. It was about me. I deserve this. She was here to serve me. So I got excited and I partnered with her for free to do these things, to hold myself accountable. And I loved it. And I got hooked, and then it stopped. And she said, now that I have hooked you to this drug of being your accountability partner and being your friend holding you through this, you have one or two choices. You can continue this journey on your own by yourself, or you can join me in my group, in my paid group, and we can continue this journey. Well, I knew that I had already set myself up for greatness. There was no turning back at this point. I'd already been meditating with my new friend, with my new coach, with my new partner in crime all this time, that it would be a damn shame for me to turn back and not be consistent and let myself down. My life was already changing. I already had the juice. I already had the power. I was addicted. And so I joined the group. And the group held me accountable month after month after month after month until it turned into a year, and so on and so on. I got addicted to this thing that I knew that I was being convicted to do. I found someone that I could resonate with in order to push me forward to be able to do this thing. And then my money backed it up. My money backed it up. So now this is a regular part of my life, and I shall not stray from the path. Let's go back to the 5 P's. Promise to pay people for their proven processes. Promise to pay people for their proven processes. This promise is more than just a promise to yourself. It's a promise in your pockets, and it is a promise to the world. It is very important that you make a statement of intention when you say what you're going to do. Who's going to hold you accountable for that? Who in your real life, in your daily life, is going to hold you accountable for that? How can you make this proclamation to the world that you are what you say you are? I am that I am, and I am grateful for her. I am that I am, and I am grateful for her. What are you? Is it even worth someone else having the statement? Or are you proclaiming that you are something greater than you are and you're willing to step into the shoes of that person? You are who you are right now, but you're striving and stretching yourself to be the highest version of yourself. So making that promise to someone outside of you, to someone outside of your coach or your leader, is very important. Paying is very important. Very important. When you pay attention. When you pay with your money, which is an energy, you pay with your attention, which is an energy. So not only are you paying monetarily, but you are paying energetically. 2 different ways of giving your energy to something. That means you have twice the chance of succeeding. People, the right people, accountability partners, ones that you can already depend on, those people who have already proven themselves to be who they say that they are, those people who have already mastered consistency, those people that are integrous, those people who value who they are, and they make a living off of serving others, coaches, mentors, leaders that you have to pay for their proven process. If they've been doing this for a while, they've developed a formula. Everything works according to its formula. And a formula is a group of ingredients, instructions, or process that has been put together. And if it is applied the same way every time, it is proven to work. All right. So a formula is a collaboration of steps or a process that if it's utilized the exact same way every time, it is going to work no matter what. That is what a formula is. Promise to pay people for their proven process. This is how we become accountable. Real commitment is a commitment with structure. Real commitment is a commitment with a schedule. It's time to become accountable. I am your manifestation coach, Keyonna Divine. I really enjoyed this episode of the podcast, part 2 of how to design your dream life, the ultimate freedom formula. I can't wait to get with you guys next week so that we can talk about part 3 of the process. If you truly enjoyed this and know that it will bless someone, please go ahead and share the content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.